Hello, everyone. Welcome to Map to Love with Katherine Nichole. We're going to just try something fun, a quick little past life experience that you've had and how it's transformed you today. Like basically, spirit giving you the wisdom of, what you've learned from your past. And also with the Native American Indians, little this thing that I have. It's so cool. That will just, a past life. You might want to research the person that comes up, however it resonates with you. It's just to have some fun. I look forward to your comments and just pick a stone. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know the names of every single one of these, but we're going to say this really magnetic, kind of grayish one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just for a second, which stone are you guided to? Or, you can listen to as many as you want, and we're just going to go through this. So just decide. Maybe sometimes I decide on the timestamp number, and I listen to my own guidance of which one is for me. So we're going to get started with this one, this little shiny black. I'm sure that you guys know what it is, and I just haven't studied up enough on that. So I'm just going to flip through this, and I'm looking up, I'm closing my eyes, and wherever spirit opens it to, which it really wants to go to this one. So this one right here is and I apologize if I don't, but Ute, okay, so that's that one. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. I know it's kind of funky. It's kind of sideways, but I'm going to read it, but there's the picture. And we'll put it down here. Okay. Called themselves the Nuchu, the people. Current location, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. The Utah, okay, they're called the Utah by the Spanish, from which the state of Utah gets its name. So Utah might mean something to some of you, like a past life in Utah. That's interesting. The word means high place or land of the sun. One Utah legend refers to little people who lived in the rocks high up in the hills. These little people are known in Utah tradition as their ancestors or ancient ones. The Utah are believed to be an ancient people residing on their land for some 10,000 years. At one time, they roamed a vast region of mountains, deserts, mesas, and canyons, encompassing most of the present-day Utah and Colorado, northern Arizona, and northern New Mexico. Those might be areas that you may want to research or visit because you've lived there before, and you'll really feel that when you visit. They lived in the mountains and the valleys, trapping game and foraging for berries, nuts, and roots. They built brush houses known as wickiups, which look something like teepees made out of tree branches and leaves, and could be abandoned and rebuilt at will. So for this group, you could have been really related to this UTE. So if you want to look that up, and the little people means something. So maybe you were part of that, or you can learn something from that culture if you look them up. Okay. Who you lived as before. A hedonist. Woo! You enjoy the finer things in life. Wow. Really felt good about yourself. Lavish abundance. I'm seeing, how back when the kings and the queens, when the more you ate and, sort of the bigger and more voluptuous you were, the more class you had. Well, that's definitely you. You lived a life of abundance, whether you were a king or queen or some kind of goddess-like energy where people just worshipped you. And you had tendencies to indulge a little too much in finding the balance in that. So that's what you're bringing forward into this life, is you found the balance, and you can be this and celebrate yourself, but not from an ego-centered place, from a place of beauty and grace. But possibly in another life, it was more just all about you, for sure. The horse king, assistance and control. Okay, so living in the past as, okay, they're going to take what resonates with you, but definitely a life of luxury and being a king. Like I felt a king and a queen, being this king, being in control, the emperor of your castle. Like I'm really feeling that for a castle, like that you lived in a castle and you were somewhat worshipped and really like live this lavish life. I mean, and even horses bow down to you. I mean, it like, wow. And you have all of that in you bringing forward in this life. You have that king and queen authority in you. And I know that you feel it, and that you like the finer things in life, and that's perfectly fine as long as it's balanced, right? The wise woman of Wonderland, integrity and compromise. So you were very wise, like you were very centered, you were very grounded. You grew to be old and a very wise sage in that life, like where you could share the fertility and growth and abundance and the magic that you made, because your life was definitely very magical. So remembering that you have that capabilities, that you're the magician of your own life. So this past experience that you've had, or what you can learn from in this reading, if you don't believe in past lives, but if you're listening to this, I'm guessing you do. I do believe that it's all happening at once, but we're focused here in this life. And so this is what you're bringing with you in this life, is this ability to enjoy the finer things and to have control of yourself, because we can't control others, right? And you have all the right people surrounding you, and you're extremely wise. You have a lot to share with humanity. And I picked, so those are the wisdom of the hidden realms. This is the archetype cards, and these are the steampunk tarot to get more. So yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's just prosperous. Like this group, prosperous, golden opportunities, money coming in, gifts of abundance. And it's all, the universe is telling you it's all available to you. You've already lived a life like this. So if you're not living that life in this life, it's available to you. Look, king, what did I say? King, queen status, that's you. And that's what you came to live in this life again, was this king and queen status. Light that fire. Get moving on those ideas. They're golden opportunities. I see money coming in for this group from this, honing in on this this energy here of being a king, a queen, a god, a goddess, very wise. And the high priest. Wow, this is commitment, loyalty. You were very loyal to your people. You were very loyal to yourself. So it's reminding you to be loyal to yourself and loyal to your people in this life. And this is about making commitments. So this could be making a commitment to your king or queen. This could be a marriage proposal coming. And this is your commitment. You're ready to take this you're ready for the crowning. You're ready to come together with your goddess and your god and your king and your queen. It's definitely happening. And so you can take all of this from how you live, that family that we saw in the Native American Indian pictures, that family, like you're coming together, wanting to be this family. And no matter what conditions you're living in, you can make it abundant. You can make it wonderful, just like that group, the group of people did in, the Native American Indians in that story, and really look to that. But it's like, even though they were, and I don't know much about them, but like they called them little people, but they really created mighty things. So it's time for creation, and it's going to be very, very abundant. And this is the life that you lived, this lavish abundance, and people really, really being there for you and sharing your wisdom with beauty and grace. And how it's transforming you in this life now is the signs are all around you that this is happening, that your abundance and blessings and gifts from the universe are happening. The signs are around you, so pay attention. The divinely guided steps to create this abundance, if you don't already have it, is there. The divinely guided steps of how you're going to propose to this person, or however this is happening, because I feel a proposal for sure. And this golden opportunity, just pay attention to the signs. Listen to yourself. Hone in on this ancient wisdom that you have that's within you, because you've experienced it already. Finances. Yes, you're spreading your wings. I told you this is very financial right here. And wedding proposals, coming together with your divine partner and creating a kingdom, your legacy. That's what's happening here. So know this, that you have this, that family there. You're creating a family. You're coming together. And your body changes, okay? So this is could mean many different things. You're transforming into a brand new person. You're transforming into the person that you were meant to be. You're spreading your wings. No longer are you in a cocoon in the illusions and fears and whatever. You now know that you can take control of your life, and this is all available to you. And possibly for some of you, coming together with your divine partner, as we saw children in the first picture, that you're going to be pregnant. That's just for a few of you. you. But pay attention to the signs. The finances are there. Everything's coming together. And this is the light. You've already lived this lavish life. So whatever that means to you, and this wise, you're very extremely wise, and you have what it takes to make these decisions and move forward, and it's beautiful. So use that past life of being a king, a queen, god, a goddess, and all that wisdom, and bring it forward into this life. Wonderful. We're going to move on to the next group here. First, we're going to start with the next group. I'm just going to kind of wave these around and see what comes. Past life experiences that we can learn from. The Ho-Chunk, and I know it's kind of odd to see it the way that my computer is sitting, but I'm going to do my best, okay? So this is the Ho, and I know it's kind of sideways, so you might have to turn your head. See things from a different perspective, right? Okay, so very much mother and child. I feel independence, like you had to do things on your own in the past, but we're going to read a little bit about this. That was taken in 1913. Ho-Chunk, Winnebago. Call themselves Ho-Chungra, people of the first or big voice. Current location, Nebraska and Wisconsin. So Nebraska and Wisconsin can mean something too. You might want to visit there, explore that. When the French explorer Jean Nicolet first encountered the Ho-Chunk in 1634, they had been living in the area of Red Banks, later named Green Bay. Okay, so Green Bay means something to someone. The Ho-Chunk gathered wild rice in bark canoes. There's like little canoes that they used. Wisconsin, for thousands of years, because of their language, Hokok, which is Siouan. I'm totally butchering that. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Siouan in origin. It is thought that the Ho-Chunk are descendants of the ancient mound building peoples who flourished 200 BC to AD 1600 in the region of, which is now Illinois, Iowa, Kentucky, and Wisconsin. Okay, so if you want to research them, it's Ho-Chunk. I'm not going to go further with that, but just to know what I'm feeling from that life is you were an independent woman, independent mother taking care of her children and really working off the land. And you worked really hard in that life. So you have really good skills with your hands. You can do things with your hands. So remember that. Spirit's reminding you of that. You were a victim of circumstances in that life. You felt like a victim in that life. You felt like everything was ripped out. You know, I feel that you lost your husband, you lost your partner, and you were alone in that life and really had to work really, really hard to provide for your family. But remember that you're not a victim anymore. You've grown from that. You've learned from that, and you've transformed that in this life. That's what you've came to do, is transform this victim mindset. Yes, because you are the arrow master. Like you mastered your craft. Like I said, you were good with your hands. You mastered your craft, and it was really hard. And you really worked to transform this victim from the circumstances that happened. It was very harsh environments, but you became a master of your craft, and you left your mark. You did. You left your legacy for your kids. You really did. You worked hard, and you left your mark. Yeah, again, the Metal King, another like arrows and metal. Perhaps you made arrows in that life, because this is like work honing in on your craft. So you're something about a craft, something about a creative project, or something you're really good at. Go forward with that, because that's something that you are really good at. You were a knight. Some of you were a knight in this life. In this another life. Now, this could be multiple past experiences, right? You're the single parent in that had to really work hard, get over this victim mindset, and be the master of their craft. You also, I'm feeling a male energy, another past life that you really worked with your hands with metal, and you were really good at it, and a master again. So it's mastering your craft is the biggest thing I can get out of this, that you were a knight and you mastered being a knight. You mastered how to do that. You mastered war. It's something about war as well. So you're just a master at whatever you put your mind to, which is beautiful when you look at the cards that are coming out. Okay, these are the archetype cards. These right here are the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and then I'm using the Steampunk Tarot and my butterfly cards. So you were the master of your craft, right? Worked over becoming a victim, really worked hard, 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 provided for your family, was alone in one experience, but then a male, I'm feeling a very male energy in this experience, and really good at what you did, and really honed in, and very strong, very determined. Okay, so you have this strength and determination within you in this life. And more clarification is you also had love. Possibly you were the metal worker, the knight, the whatever, and you found this woman that, your partner that you came into union with. And it was the love of a lifetime. Oh no, you know what I'm feeling is the love of the lifetime was this woman with this child. And it was such a loss that it was really hard. Then this is another scenario to this woman here, the woman that you were in this life. You really honed in on the masculine within to get over this and to find love of your life again. Okay, and for this male energy that I'm feeling was the knight. And you were a knight in shining armor, like you shared your love. So Spirit's reminding you, share your love, share your cup of love. You've worked hard for that cup of love, and you also worked for it in the other lives, but I feel in these lives you were alone, like you didn't enjoy it. It's time to share your cup of love. It's time to experience love in your life, right? Because you walked away from things that weren't serving you, right? You walked away and you focused on your own self, right, to become strong and protected. But it's time to take your armor off and experience this love and walk away from anything that's not serving you so that you can. Because this is all the past, right? And this could be past lives, right? You're walking away from all this past hurts and love because you have this opportunity for love in this life right now. So let's learn from the past, but let's let go of it. Sometimes our past experiences, past lives, we don't realize it, are holding on to our energy and holding us back. But you've got what it takes. Yes, you're the emperor, right? You're the emperor of this life. You were an emperor in another life. You were in charge. You called the shots, whether you were male or female, it doesn't matter. You were in charge of your own life, and you stood in your own power, and you made decisions, and this energy is all with you. This wisdom is with you. This is all kings coming into one. You took charge, you focused, you were determined, you took care of your family, and you have all this capability. You walked away from relationships that weren't serving you. You've already been through this. You've gotten over and transformed the victim. This is beautiful because you have all this energy to move forward, this strength and endurance and focus and drive and love in your heart to move forward to a new career. This is how it's transforming you. It's transforming you, getting you ready for this new career. Spirit wants you to remember all these things in your dreams, and things are coming, and they want you to remember who you really are. You are the master of your craft, and that's what I was feeling. New exercise program. You're the master of your body. You're the master of your mind. You're the master of your emotions. And exercising helps relieve stress. So it's time to take care of your physical body, right? Get it in shape. Protected, your armor, you're good, you're solid, because you're moving this new career and getting your body ready and having more energy. You are getting ready for a sweet ass retirement. Retirement to me means wisdom as well. You're taking the wisdom that you learned from all of these experiences and this life, and you're moving it forward into creating this retirement, creating this legacy. No longer are you a victim. You are in control of your life. You're the emperor, the metal king, the arrow master, the single mother. Whatever it is, it's time to move forward with your inspired ideas. It's time to open your heart to love, and this is the beauty, and this is all the strength that you have to move forward with. Wow, that's beautiful. I hope that you enjoyed that, and I hope that it brought you some kind of clarity on how to move forward in this life. Please comment below. I love hearing your comments on this. This is just something new and fun for me. Okay. Number 3. All right, as I did with all the rest, I closed my eyes. I'm just going to shuffle around until Spirit says stop, and that's the one. We just got that one. Maybe for you guys wow, that's interesting because I just got that one. So apparently you're connected to group, I believe it was group number 1, so you might want to listen to that one. But this, and I know it's going to come in sideways, this is the UT, the Utah, okay? So this is family. This is you. You were strong. You had a good family. You had children. You had that strength. You were together with your family. They call themselves the Nuchu, the people. Current location is Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. The Utah were called the Utah by the Spanish, from which the state Utah gets its name. The word means high place or land of the sun. One Utah legend refers to little people who lived in the rocks high up in the hills. These little people are known in Utah tradition as their ancestors or ancient ones. So you have this ancient wisdom of these little people. Utah may mean something to you, Colorado or New Mexico. You have some roots there, something to gain there. The Utah are believed to be an ancient people residing on their land for some 10,000 years. At one time, they roamed a vast region of mountains, deserts, mesas, and canyons encompassing most of present-day Utah, Colorado, northern Arizona, and northern New Mexico. They lived in the mountains and valleys, trapping game and foraging for berries, nuts, and roots. This might be why you have a fascination with hiking and being in the mountains and possibly hunting and wanting to grow your own garden and have your own things that you grow. They built brush houses known as wickiups, which look something like teepees made out of tree branches and leaves and could be abandoned and rebuilt at will. So some of you work with your hands, you build houses, and this is why you're drawn to building things, because of this life that you lived. So you have that working for you. It's UTE if you want to look that up. Okay, so we're just going to leave this here and we're going to get out these cards now. Okay, first I'm starting with the archetype cards, that you were like a messiah in a life, possibly someone was a messiah. I mean, I believe that, coming back into life is energy, or having those types of qualities like a messiah. You were very healing. You served humanity. You were a healer. That's what you were in another life, as a healer. So if you are in healing with your hands, working with your hands, making things for people, right? Healing people can be building a house, right? Building a structure that they can live in and survive in. So you were very much a healer with whatever that means. You helped people. You helped humanity somehow by building probably houses, doing something, and also being a healer. So if you're drawn to healing in this life, that's why. And you have all that power like a messiah from all the masters that are moving through you and helping others. These are the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms cards. There you go. There you got Messiah with the light being of light and of service, and the Lady of Lightning. So it's just, you shook things up. You spoke your truth, and sometimes people were really, it was extremely profound and shook their whole world up. You were extremely powerful, an extremely powerful healer. That's an 8. That's a, magic manifester. Like, look at all the magic coming out. Like, that's you. You're magic. You have this capability, and you can shift and change easily. You shifted and changed easily through all your different experiences. And that's what Spirit wants to remind you, that you have that capability to do that. The Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge. Like I'm really feeling, like Buddha, like Allah, like all of those types of energies. Like, perhaps you were of a priest or a priestess, or, something with the church. It could be that as well. Or you were a witch or a sorceress or some kind of energy like that, but all for good, all for healing. And also you dove to the depths of your soul. There was no fear, nothing, deep into the forest to find the wisdom. Look at her eyes are even covered and she's still following the light. You see that? It doesn't matter if your eyes were blindfolded. If you were blinded in the dark, you still saw the light. Like, this is extremely powerful magic energy and healing energy. Like, look at the magic. Just magic. And easily you could manipulate for your ego. Okay, so that's something they're saying to look for in this life. Like, don't use your gifts for the ego, for only your benefit. Use them for the greater good of humanity, okay? Because you're extremely powerful. You're a master manifester. You're a powerful healer. You can build things and make things like nobody else, and they're amazing. So but use it for good, because the shadow side of it could be that you use it to manipulate people. And that's not going to be very, very beneficial for you in the long run. Now we're going to look at the Steampunk Tarot for more clarification of what you've learned from past lives, who you were, and what you're bringing forward. The Six of Wands, so very extremely victorious, very passionate, and you have that strength and that drive to be victorious, whatever's happening in your life. Light that fire. Know who you really are. Go within, because you are freaking powerful. I mean, so powerful. The Eight of Pentacles, right? The Eight of Beetles. Working on your craft, working on what you do. Keep stacking those pentacles. You're on the right track. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're on the right track. This was you in past, victorious, moving forward quickly with great ideas, and everywhere you went, you were just, money was made, and you were making magic happen. And that's just what I'm feeling. And the Three of Pentacles, you worked well with others, great teamwork. For some of you, collaborating with others is going to be a great idea with like-mindedness, but make sure that they're in the same vibration of you, which is extremely high vibing. I'm feeling with this group, extremely high vibe. And you're going to come into contact with people that are just going to help things move forward at lightning speed. Fire. Light the fire. How this is transforming you. Remember I said possibly someone was a priest or priestess. It's religion and spirituality. Like, you know this. You know the truth. You have the truth, and you can share it with others. Please do that. Okay? This was a huge part of your past, your religion and spirituality. Bring what you've learned and what you know is truth forward and make magic happen. Self-care. It's very important to take care of yourself. You're extremely giving, right? You're giving. You want to heal. You want to help people every chance you get. You're magic. You know it. You're strong. You're moving forward. You're wise. But also you need to take care of yourself. You need to remember yourself. So it's time for this group to really go within and do something nice for yourself, whatever that means to you. But take a break sometimes. It's okay to be about yourself, because you need to recharge. You need to receive the gifts from the universe in order to keep moving forward. So self-care is very important for this group. As I know, as a healer, self-care is extremely important. I exude a lot of energy helping others, and I love it, and it's who I am. I'm really connecting with this group because that's who I am. I know I'm powerful, but I have to take care of myself too, to recharge so that I can give myself to you. And parental care. This is going to help you, someone with parents moving forward, retirement, getting an older age, using these healing qualities. If you're interested in learning something about being a healer, maybe it's time to just take a class or something. But all of this energy, this passionate energy, this healing energy, this knowledge that you have is all with you now to help with parental care, to help with getting yourself older, take care of your body, so that when you are older, that you still that you have this power, and you don't have to let, just because it's coming to retirement age or things are shifting, that's okay. You have the power to take control of all this. But self-care is very important, right? If you're giving yourself to your family, to your friends, to humanity, you have to take care of yourself. And that's the biggest message in this moving forward. Stick with your family, ask people for help, charge forward, and know how powerful you really are, because it's amazing. And you're a magic manifester, and I just can't wait to hear the stories. I appreciate all of you. This is a really cool readings that I'm doing. Okay, we're going to move on to group number 4. Okay, so, and I want to say that's a jasper, a speckled jasper or something. Spotted jasper, something like that. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm just going to see where spirit takes me. The Pima. Okay, this is like like a maze of some sort, right? And you're walking through finding your truth. That's what I see. An example of a man in the maze. They call themselves Akimel Odam or Akimel Athan, river people. So water means something to you. You connect with water easily in this group, and it's very healing for you. Current location is southern Arizona. Arizona could have some meaning to you. Maybe you've been drawn to visit Arizona, and it's time to go because you're going to find some truth there. The Spaniards who came across these native people in the late 16th century called them the Pima, pronounced Pima, which may have come from how the tribe answered the questions of these early invaders. Painimach, meaning I don't know. Today the people call themselves Akimel Oram, Akima Adam, and excuse me, Akimal Adam. I'm trying. The Pima people are thought to be descendants of the Hohokam or Huhugam, an ancient farming people who lived in the area and then disappeared. So farming may have interest to you. Growing your own vegetables, farmers markets, something about farming and using your hands. You're very good with that. And you know you might be into plant medicine because you know plants very well and you understand this. 1,000 years ago, ancient dwelling sites of the Hohokam, those who have gone, can still be seen at Casa Grande Ruins National Monument in Coolidge, southwest of the Gila River Reservation. So you might want to check that out. So it's Pima if you want to check that out on your own and get more information on that. But that's just something that came through that might be interesting. You might find out things about yourself if you research the Pima. Okay, now I've got the archetype cards, and we're going to see what came out there. You were a knight. You were a knight, very well adorned in another life. You were knight-alike. You were very loyal, romantic, and you were honored, and you wore your heart on your sleeve. You were very loving and open, and it just was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience for you. But the what you had to work through and what Spirit wants you to know now that you've already worked through is you're very authentic with yourself. You learned how to be authentic, and you learned to partner with and fight for what was right instead of for your own personal gain. You were always about what's right, and you were very loyal to that, loyal to yourself. And that's a very beautiful thing. So charging forward in this life, you have all these capabilities. You are the knight, and you're moving forward to be the king. The lady of the gift. Like I said, you were very generous. You were very, you had this way about you that was just so lovely and beautiful. And whether you were man or woman, you still can have these knight-like qualities. Very goddess-like, god-like, magical, like Queen of Cups type of a feeling, and Queen of Pentacles put together, I feel. And you just extremely, extremely spiritual and compassionate, and just when you just lit up the room, when you walked in, and you were a gift, you were a gift. And just know in this life, you are a gift. You are a gift to people in this life. And the ring master of scrutiny, clear vision, details, discernment. Some of you were a writer, and the way that you wrote was so beautiful and so gorgeous that people and magical that they were just drawn to your writing. So if writing is interesting to you, you have this ability to write. Some of you need to write that book or write those poems or write those songs. You were extremely knowledgeable and well versed in studies. So if you like books and you like to read and you're a forever student, this is something that definitely is from a past life. And you grew to be a very old, wise sage, but also very youthful in appearance. You see how he looks older and wiser, but very youthful. So you were wise at a young age. Like wizard-like. I feel like the wizard. And you a wizard. Some of you were a wizard. That's why you seem so magical. You were a wizard, or you were a witch, a good witch. This is a good witch, right? And you just had all these beautiful qualities about you. So that Spirit's reminding you that you have all this within you, and all this magic, and love and just, you're very honorable. And wow, it's such a beautiful energy. And then I have the Steampunk Tarot to give us some more clarification. There we are. There's the Queen. There's the Queen, right? The goddess, the Queen. I was feeling the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and here's the Queen of Wands. So yeah, you're definitely queen-like, very passionate, very loving, and you experienced greatness, just greatness. You had, I just feel greatness and royalty and magic. Wow. And the Ten of Swords, okay? So you fought the battle, right? You've been through the battle. That's how you got to this point, right? You got to be so good at your craft and such a wise soul. Like you're just an old soul, I feel like. And all this magic and all this beauty came from all the struggles and challenges that you've been through. So you can end this cycle right now in this life. You can end this sword cycle by remembering who you really are. You are the king, you are the queen, you are the god, you are the goddess. You are the master of your craft, of expressing yourself. The Six of Beetles, yeah, it's time to receive. Spirit is saying it's time to receive. You've put in all the work. You've worked hard to get through all this sword energy. You've worked hard, and it's time for you to receive. The Six of you're going to receive a gift for what you've been doing, for what you've been working on yourself, for writing, whatever you're writing. It's this inspired, passionate action forward. These inspired ideas, go for it, because it's going to be very giving and receiving this. And I feel a partnership coming on. It's going to be very giving and receiving and reciprocal. So you're going to start receiving gifts, so be open to that. Lay the swords down, end this cycle, and be open to the gifts because you deserve it. I'm going to use these are the butterfly cards to get some final messages here of how your life has been transformed now in this life, and what you're taking forward all of this wisdom into the next life, and you're receiving gifts from the universe because you're finally laying down these swords. And it is like a hobby. That's what I felt. I felt like writing songs, or writing a book, or poems, speaking your truth. Probably, maybe you're a public speaker and you're organizing your notes. But something that's fun hobby is going to turn into something rewarding in the material world. And join in the fun. Go out and have some fun. Maybe you've been living in this, harsh sword energy and moving through the maze of your life, trying to find the peace, trying to find the center, trying to find your center. Well, join in the fun. It's time to go out and have some fun. Express yourself. Speak your truth. Go out with friends. Surround yourself by like-minded people who can help you move this forward in life, right? And help you reach out to your friends to help you finally end this cycle. Yeah, seeking and finding. It's time to move on to the next phase. You're ready for something more. And you have all of this knight and queen and king and god and goddess and healing energy and all this wisdom with you to help you find what you're looking for. And I feel that your hobbies, whatever you're passionate about, is going to help you move forward. So whatever that is, hone in on that. Hone in on that craft, on all of this wisdom, and to move forward. Beautiful. I look forward to hearing what you're finding in the next phases of your life, because you definitely have an action plan that's available to you, and you definitely have, love in your heart and love surrounding you. So it's time to move forward and really go after what you want. Beautiful. We're going to move on to group number 5 here. First, like I did with all the other groups, these are just the Fun American Indians by Fandex Family Field Guides. I'm just going to keep doing this with my eyes closed until Spirit says, that's the one. That's, again, wow, we got that. This is the second group, so you might want to listen to the second group, because the Ho Chunk came out, the Winnebago, in the second group, okay? Being a single parent, doing it on your own. You lost the love of your life is what I'm feeling in this. I felt it for group 2. You might want to listen to group number 2 as well. Okay. They call themselves the Ho Chungra, people of the first or big voice. So speaking your truth, using your voice. for something, to voice your opinion, move forward in life, speak up. Somebody needs to speak up. Current location, Nebraska and Wisconsin. When the French explorer Jean Nicolet first encountered the Ho-Chunk in 1634, they had been living in the area of Red Banks, later named Green Bay. So Green Bay might mean something. They gathered wild rice in bark canoes. So they worked really hard, and it was, very much the women working really hard, it looks like. So I feel a very feminine energy, working hard for her family, working hard to take care of her children. So Green Bay, Wisconsin for thousands of years. Because of their language, Hokok, which is Sion, Siouan, I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, in origin is thought that the Ho-Chunk are descendants of the ancient mound-building peoples who flourished 200 BC to AD 1600 in the region of what is now Illinois, Iowa, Kentucky, and Wisconsin. So you might want to check out on HO-CHUNK. But what I'm feeling that you learn from this life is how to do it on your own. I feel like you learned the ways, you worked really, really hard, and you really cared about your family, whether you were single or not. I'm feeling very single motherish in this life, single fatherish in this life, and you have that, you can do it. Somebody in this group needs to hear that you can do it. Whatever it is, whatever you're going through, you can do it because you have the strength. You work well with your hands. You're good off the land. We're going to use the archetype cards to see, okay, yeah, child, orphan. Wow. Yeah, you were left alone. You were left alone. That's what I was feeling, like you were alone to do it yourself, but you figured it out. Okay, you figured it out. You felt alone. You felt abandoned. You felt like, wow, I can't believe that this is happening to me. But you learned how to be independent and conquering the fear of surviving, right? That's what you learned how to do. And it was tough. It was tough, but you learn that, so you don't have to do that anymore. You're never alone, and you know that now, and you're independent, and you can do pretty much anything you set your mind to. So Spirit's reminding you of that you are not an orphan, that you are very much loved, and you are never alone. Next, we're going to move to the wisdom of the hidden realms to get a little more. Wow, these are beautiful. Okay. The cosmos. I mean, it's like you are so connected to Mother Earth and the moon energies and the moon cycle, so pay attention to those. We're coming up on a full moon in Scorpio, which is, I feel, very mysterious, and a lot of secrets and truths are going to be revealed, and it's like you're extremely creative and you're really tuning into spirit, like you're really listening. And it's like the world is yours, like the whole universe, like you know that you're connected to, and you have this ability to connect with infinite intelligence to receive the divinely inspired ideas. It's just really much about connection. Things are being transformed in your life. The feminine aspect of yourself is being restored. For some of you, it's been a tough road, and that feminine has really been damaged, but you're coming into restoration with that, and you're realizing that there's so much more to life than just this physical reality, because you're very wise and old souls, and you've lived a long time, and so you're very connected to the stars, very much connected to the stars, and you're the phoenix rising. I mean, look at that. This is, I mean, you can do anything, like I felt like it's just that even in this life, and in like life, death and rebirth, and many times in every lifetime. And right now is a resurrection time for you. Right now you are remembering who you really are, and how powerful you are, and how strong you are, and how passionate you are. And you are rising up from the ashes, and you are about to take flight. I mean, I feel it so strong. Just allow the transformation to happen. Allow the change, because you're ready. You are one of the stars. You are of the stars, of the cosmos, of the universe. You are a star, and you are resurrecting in this life. Wow, a lot of healing's happening with you right now. And it's the Spirit's reminding you, you've already been through this. You know, you have all the answers for this change. 5 is about change, and then this is 11, new beginnings, and it says surrender to change. There's a lot of things changing right now. Don't worry about it. It's change for the good. you are blossoming and rebirthing into who you truly are and remembering everything you've ever learned in all of these different lives and experiences. And the Steampunk Tarot, to get some more, wow, another confirmation of the moon. Okay, please pay attention to the moon cycles, this group. Study them. New moons are about new blessings, and full moons are about release, so you could bring all the new and good in. But something about the moon, something about something being illuminated that was once a secret that is now very clear. It's very clear who you are. It's very clear how powerful you are. It's very clear that you are a old wise soul and you have all this power to move forward because now you have clarity of truth. You're busting through your fears. You're facing them and realizing it's a false reality. You are resurrecting into who you are meant to be because the sun is freaking shining on your life. The masculine, look, the moon and the sun came out. This is divine counterparts right here coming together. This is the feminine and masculine coming into balance within your own self, okay? You really are remembering who you are, okay? And it just, you're not alone. And this divine counterpart, if you're not with them, they're coming in because this is divine counterparts. Absolutely, for sure. Reminding you, the counterpart that you're with in this life, oh my gosh, this is so exciting, or coming in, you've been with before. And not just, it's almost like every time you've been with this person. This is your twin flame, your soulmate. This is very flamey, right? This is the phoenix, like you're rising out of the ashes to be together with your divine partner, your twin flame, your soulmate, because you're meant to do great things in this life. And you know who your divine partner could be, or this could be you, is the queen of dragonflies, the queen of cups. That you were a queen in a past life. You were of royalty in a past life. You were a king in a past life. You're remembering all this now. You're remembering how much love you have to share, how abundant the universe is, this is about intuition as well. Like it's on point. Like that's what I mean. Like look at this. The Queen of Cups is extremely intuitive. This is you remembering how intuitive you are, remembering that you have all this wisdom from the universe that's going right down to you, right? It doesn't matter where you are. It's coming right down to you. So remember this. Remember, listen to yourself. Listen to your intuition because you're being divinely guided right now on what needs to change in order to transform and come into this union and within yourself and with this divine partner. But it's very loving, it's very beautiful, and the universe has your back, absolutely has your back right now. And the butterfly cards for like how your life is transforming, you're remembering it now. You're being sentimental, like, wow, I remember I went through all of that. I remember I did that. I remember who I am. Have infinite intelligence, source energy moving through me. And it's very beautiful, beautiful transformation into this phoenix. You're aging gracefully. Your whole life is going to be graceful because you get it now. You're aging gracefully. No matter where you're at in life, you're going to age gracefully, look youthful, be beautiful, and you are beautiful. Exactly the way you are. And everything is coming into balance and peace surrounding you. And remember that you have that ability to change things and to make little changes now or big changes, whatever you're ready for, but just allow the change to happen. Surrender to it because it is for your best. Keep the faith. Yeah. Spirit's reminding you, keep the faith. Keep going. Keep moving forward. Allow the change to happen because the sun is shining in on your life and there's so much love and so much healing and so much growth here. And as a past life experience, you are strong. You are able to do anything you set your mind to, and you are not alone. Keep the faith. Wow, I look forward to hearing your comments. I hope that you enjoyed this fun reading here. And we're going to move on to our last group here. Here we go. All right, just like I did with the others, and a couple of the same ones have been coming out, so I feel like listening to the other groups that have the same ones would be good, and it means that tribes are coming together, soul families are coming together. So we're just going to see where Spirit has me end up. I'm closing my eyes, just so you know. And it's kind of fun to do this like a game. Again, I think this was maybe the fourth one, but I had this before, so you guys are really rolling together here. So I know it's kind of sideways, but it's the Pima. And it's walking through the maze, right? Like you're walking through the maze, finding out who you really are, finding your center point. That's what I'm feeling. They call themselves the Akimel O Adam or Akimel Athoran River people, current location southern Arizona. The Spaniards who came across these native people in the late 16th century called themselves the Pima, pronounced Pima, which may have come from how the tribe answered the questions of these early invaders. Painaitmach, meaning I don't know. Today the people call themselves Akimo O Odam, Akimal Adam. The Pima people are thought to be the descendants of the Hohokam or Huhugam, an ancient farming people who lived in this area and disappeared 1,000 years ago. So you might be good with your hands, like to grow your own vegetables, grow your own medicinal plants, be a herbologist, be a nutritionist, something to do with a naturopathic doctor. These all might be things of interest to you. And this is why, being a shaman even. Those who have gone can still be seen at Casa Grande Ruins National Monument in Coolidge, southwest of Gila River Reservation. So if you want to look up, it's PIMA, if that might give you a little insight about some of your ancestors or lives that you lived. We're going to use the archetype cards right here to get an idea of who you were in a past life as well. Like you lived possibly, as a Pima, or that's just going to give you information about how strong you are and how capable you are of getting through this maze of life. And you're never alone. Spirit's always with you. Somebody needed to hear that. You're a seeker. Yeah, seeking the truth about yourself, for a thirst for wisdom. So if you're a forever student in this life, always wanting to learn, this is why, because this is always how you've been. And you're extremely wise. You've lived many, many experiences, many lifetimes. You've been on this earth. Back in the ancient Egypt days, I'm seeing you were in ancient Egypt as well, and your thirst for wisdom is so strong that you're just going to keep going. You're going to keep going. It doesn't matter. You have the strength and stamina, and you know this, right? But you need to stay committed to your path, right? That's where we can kind of fall off if we're a seeker, right? We like, oh God, it's too hard. But you're really almost there. Like, just take a few more steps. Like, you're almost there. So don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. Don't give up, because you never have, and you have the strength and the stamina to do it, because you have all of this past experience, all of infinite intelligence, source energy working through you. You are the seeker. So go after whatever your heart, whatever you're passionate about, go after that, because that's leading you somewhere. The Rainbow Prince. Rainbows are extremely healing. You're a healer. You've been a healer in a past life. You've been a prince, you royalty. This is all part of you. And you will be very much compensated for keeping going on this path and persevering through. And you know that you can get all of your energy and everything you need, all the healing you need from source. Do you see how it's coming down from source into your hands? And you have this capability of being a healer. If this is something that interests you, look into that. Find out more about that. What part of that interests you? And know that you can connect with the universe, with infinite intelligence, that unconditional love of source energy all the time to help you heal and to help heal other people. And by being this true light worker, you will be compensated. For surely be compensated. The Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. You were extremely generous, extremely loving, and in honoring those parts of your life, right? You no judgment. People loved you. They love being around you, and they love being around you in this life because you exude those qualities. You're very beautiful inside and out. I'm feeling actress energy of an actress. Mirroring the life of others. Acting out the life of others for healing. You're very good at what you do. Could be a comedian too. Like, I don't know, but just a beautiful energy, whatever it is that you do. But that's just what I'm channeling. You were a treasured. You were adored is what I'm feeling. You were adored by many. Very beautiful and voluptuous and I mean, just people vying for your attention all the time. That might be what you're experiencing in this life as well. Like, whether you're female or male doesn't matter, but like people vying for your attention. Like, you've got what they want. And keeping yourself grounded and humble in that. The Steampunk Tarot were the next cards that I pulled out to get some more clarification. And look at this. Holy crap. Holy crap. This is amazing. Okay, so your divine partner in this life, if you're with them now, wonderful. If they're not, they're coming, because you have been partners in a past life before. Like I said, you were a prince, you were royalty, kings and queen. You were a king and queen. And look at these two cards. Out of all the cards in the deck that came out is the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Very honest, very truthful, very extremely diplomatic, centered, grounded, no nonsense, very loving and compassionate, but definitely spoke your truth. Definitely took care of business, for sure. And this is you were divine partners before. So this is telling me that you're coming together in this life again. If you're not together yet, you will be, and you're coming together to finish what you had started in that last life. You're going to be compensated in this life for all the efforts that you put in previous experiences and the deserts that you've walked through to help others and help humanity and grow yourself. You're reflecting on the lives that you've lived and bringing this very strong, powerful, determined king and queen energy forward in this life. To the Nine of Beetles, the Nine of Pentacles, yeah, feeling good on your own. Money is sure here. You're feeling good and grounded on your own, and you're feeling great and single. And what Spirit's telling you is that divine partner is just going to come right in then. If it's not, you're feeling good when we're feeling good on our own, and we're loving ourselves and taking care of ourselves, and we're the king and queen of our life, and we're learning from the past, and we're moving forward through this maze of life to our truth. That's when the partner flies in. That's when divine counterparts come in. And you guys are going to be very, very abundant together. That's what I'm feeling. And the butterfly cards to end this is kind of how you've transformed these past lives, past experiences, and what you've been, that you've been royalty and you've been in this higher position and taking the leadership role and knowing you're not alone and willing to walk the fool and move out and be independent. Like, all of these things, you're going to be compensated. The gifts are coming in. Possibly part of the healer in you is working with people for grief work now. You might be interested in helping people heal from grief because you've healed from your own grief. You've really, really sought out sage advice and done work on your own and gone within, and you can help others with this. You're transforming the grief into love. Decisions, yeah. It's time to make decisions. You're making decisions. You're moving forward. You're taking those steps. Keep going. The decisions you're making are divinely inspired. Go within. Find your own truth and move forward. Start making decisions for you. Move out of this grief. Transform it into love, because abundance is waiting for you. Divine counterpart is waiting for you. Love is waiting for you. You are supported. You are supported by the universe. You are supported by people around you. Just reach out. You are definitely not alone, and you are definitely being divinely guided. This is fated. This is destiny. And the decisions that you're making now are creating your next now, your future. So hone in on this abundant energy that you have available to. The swords of truth. Clarity is coming in. Healing's coming in. Seeing things from a different perspective, reflecting on what you've learned, and moving forward and spreading your wings into all of this abundance and all of this beauty and this divine partnership. You've got this. I appreciate all of you. I look forward to hearing what you think about this reading. It's something new for me, so I don't know. I just was inspired to do it, and I am happy that I did. And I will be talking with you guys soon.